Hello everyone, Jay the Silent Cartographer here with day 43 of Daily Map. I thought today that we would continue the more practical side of Daily Map. And so I'm going to give myself a 30 by 20. Forgive me, I'm about to sneeze again. My allergies have been wrecking me. Do not start with the map wizard, and let's get started. Okay, so let's first things first go to terrain and let's change our base terrain to grass. Then we are going to go ahead and we're going to change our terrain brush from gravel to something a little bit more pathy. I'm not sure. Yeah, gravel will probably work pretty well for this. Okay, so next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna grab our building tool. We're gonna use the wooden floor, and we are gonna use wooden walls. Is there a yes? This wooden wall will probably work. And we're just gonna go through, and we're gonna make some houses here. Maybe something like this with something like that at the end of it. Maybe something a bit long and thin. Maybe like an actual rectangle. Although maybe not over here. I think that this is going to have something like that going on. And then we're going to have maybe something in the corner here that's substantial. Something like that. Maybe with like a little L here. And then one more in the corner. You kind of get the idea of what's going on here. We are building a little town or a little settlement. Maybe this will be a shed or something back here. And then we're gonna go back to the terrain tab. We're gonna grab our terrain brush. And we are just going to draw in a pathway here. Main street of wherever this is, be it a town or something else. Who knows? Maybe like a paved alleyway here going down to this this little shed here. Let's fill that in to make that nice and smooth. Let's fill that in to make that seem like it goes somewhere else. And just like that, we have our little town area. The next thing that we are going to go do is we're going to grab our door button. Then we're going to find a place for all these doors. Something like that, maybe even something like that over on the side of that building. Something like that makes sense. Something like that makes sense. Something like that. And then finally over here, something like that. I've also realized that I've missed a spot where there definitely should be some paving, which is right here. Just kind of lower that down to make it look nice and neat. Okay, so we have our little town here. The next thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna kind of personalize the interiors of all of these buildings, just a hair. I wonder if in the object tool there's something for shop, something for ship. I know there's something for a forge, or like a blacksmith or something. Yeah, blacksmith. Here we go. So okay. So scales at 1. We're gonna turn off snap to grid for this because we need the precision. And then we have a small forge here in the back, kind of right next to an anvil. A metal furnace in the back. Quenching tub would be here. So kind of in order, you heat the metal, you forge the metal, you melt the metal, you forge the metal, you hammer the metal, you quench the metal. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Grinding wheel would then go probably in a different part of the shop. Maybe there's 2 of them. Design board or design table would probably be somewhere like that. Metal bars apparently seem to... No, they don't change based... Oh, they do change based on the color. So I need a gray here. Yeah, just like that. And then we're just going to go nuts with these. We're going to... You know in Skyrim, when you get to that first town and underneath the crafting bench, there's a pile of steel or iron bars. That's kind of what we're going for here. Just like that. Some ingots. We'll do another stack over here. I really should zoom in and not be like super sloppy about this, but you know. The beauty of a daily map is it can be a little bit ugly and nobody will care. Hammer resting on the anvil. A bag of coal, though we're gonna need a few of these, sitting over here by the furnace. And then this kind of coal rake here, we can definitely find a place for that, kind of leaning up on the metal. You have some bellows which should go like here, but I'm just gonna like put them in the corner as if they're in storage. Another anvil. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna put maybe it's like the little workspace back here. Like a row of anvils like that. Hammer and chisel go together, and I think that that looks suitably blacksmith. Now I'm gonna go to bar, grab a bar desk, whatever you call it, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go there with that. I'm going to grab the selection tool. I'm going to move the drafting table a little bit back. I'm actually just going to delete it and I'm going to replace it because I think that'd be easier than finagling it that way. Go grab the drafting table, we'll yawn horribly. And then, you know, actually what I want to do is move these coal bags to the storage area. And then, I don't think I can, oh, I can rotate. Okay, cool. It's not going to be perfect. It's not going to be perfect. No, no, it is certainly not going to be perfect. Come on. No, that's the wrong way. Alright, this is pissing me off. I'm just going to go ahead and put it down a third time, because I'm going to rotate it properly. Drafting table will go this way. And then, I'm surprised there's nothing for shop. But, see about doing some tables. I'm looking for tables like this and like this. Maybe with another one kind of against the back wall like that. And then if there's a weapons thing, which there is, you know, like a bucket of swords, we can have like a bucket of maces. We can have like some, actually, you know what we'll do? We'll put the target dummies out back. They're a better target, yeah, there is. We'll put the target dummies out back so that, should anybody ever want to use them, the blacksmith allows them to try their wares before they buy, which is cool. So we'll leave those outside. We have a bow, which we can leave up here. You know, I'll say that he has like baskets of arrows or buckets of arrows. There's really no need to. There's no need to place down hundreds of arrows. That would be very tedious and very boring. Some weapons and armor. Is there armor? There is armor. Would probably keep a suit of armor like this. Maybe a couple of like posed mannequins, like in the middle of the shop. Some shields, definitely would have at least a couple of shields. Back down to weapons. Let's see what Arrow tip. I don't think he'd sell a cannon. Certainly might have a hand crossbow or something. Then some daggers. The sword. A much bigger dagger than that shield. Is this supposed to be a dagger? No, it's just supposed to be a sword. And then like a longer sword. Maybe it's maybe this is something that they were working on, so maybe that goes on the forge. Okay, and that's a blacksmith shop done. Easily a blacksmith shop done. And next we're gonna go over here, and we're gonna make ourselves. Well, first we have to go to storage. Storage. Where are those long merchant shelves that I really like? They're in here somewhere. Are these them? I guess so. Well, I want to make some rows of supplies, just like this. And I want to go to bar again, because the bar just simply has the single best, like, merchant's desk of any of the, of anything. I then want to go to mushrooms. Yes, mushrooms. Oh boy. Grab a bunch of these mushrooms and place them growing in the shop. Actually, maybe we go crazy with this and we make like all the mushrooms different colors. Two random mushroom colors, yeah. Wait, if I select like a bunch of colors, if I oh yeah, it does. That's so nice. Please hold. I think I haven't gotten that one yet. Nope, haven't. So now there could be a mushroom of any. And then I'm also going to drop the scale down. I'm going to click that. Put some mushrooms everywhere. And this is going to be an apothecary. This is not going to be a general store or anything like that. This is going to be an apothecary shop. And so we're going to go to plants. Plants. And is there any interesting plants that are laying around in here? No. Is it like a nature tag? No. Okay, well that works. I'm also gonna grab this rug here. We're gonna go under. We're gonna scale it up. We are not going to use that color. We are instead going to use kind of like a sickly green color. We're going to put it back like that. Lastly, in this little bottom area over here, we are going to make a bookstore. So we're going to go storage. Or actually, I think the first thing that we should do is there a desk thing? Yes, there's a thing. But again, the bar desk is just so good. Bar desk, shrink it to scale 1. Fits perfectly in these little nooks. That was not intentional, by the way. Something like that. And then I want to go to tables. I mean, some nice tables, because, I mean, this place would have some okay tables. I want this place to, like, feel super cramped. Actually, I think in administration there's something I want more, which is a desk with a map on it. That is far, far, far too big. So we'll place that like that, and we'll go to chair. Grab some of these firm back chairs, scale them back up to scale 1. And we'll put some chairs around that. Intentionally uncomfortable. This will also be the town's magic shop. And then let's go to storage. Storage. Storage, here we are. And then we can grab some of these bookshelves and just start cramming. Because this place would be a mess. This place would be a disaster to go into and try to find anything in. But the proprietor would certainly know exactly what it is that she or he have. And where to find it. So we're going to go something like that. We'll go something like... There's more books? Yeah, there's more. Go something like that. And then finally, over behind the counter, we'll have some of the more important books and tomes hidden away from prying and sticky fingers. We'll put one more bookshelf over here, just like that. And maybe we'll even cap off this side like that. Okay. I think then I'm gonna go to like a statue maybe, and we're gonna do a statue, maybe a statue of the angel. Make it seem like this is maybe a religious person. They have some of this shit. Administration. They also have the lovely buckets of scrolls. It should not be puke green. It should be gray or something similar to it. So they might have some newsletters, something of the sort, documentations and decrees. Go over for this one, and we'll put like a trio of candles. No, that doesn't really look great. They probably have magic means of lighting their establishments anyway. Okay. So then we have to go to... I don't think it's under storage. No, it's not under storage. Is there something just specifically for barrels? Yeah, there is something specifically for barrels. What an interesting... So we have some barrels in here. This little storage shed here. As for these 3 little houses, I was thinking about it, and I'm wondering if there's any way to make it seem like these are just completely roofed in. It doesn't look like so. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna really quickly build out some houses. These houses are not going to be fancy. They're not supposed to be. We're going to go for a bed first in all of them. Just get the basics. We're going to select a few good colors for a bed. Maybe like a red, maybe like a gray. Oh, this one does not have multicolor selection, so let's start with gray. Let's place the bed like so. Let's go to this kind of maroon color. Maybe put this one in the back like this, and then maybe we'll go for a green, like a dark green, and we'll put the dark green in the corner over here. Okay, after that we need a table in each house. That would be for eating. That's generally what those are for. And then make this a white tablecloth, and we will say that this maybe this house has the table with the tablecloth. Although I'm not a huge fan of that white. Really not a huge fan of that red either. Okay, so do something like a dining table like that. Maybe one of these guys has a circle table, and then one of these guys has like kind of a rattier table just kind of tucked in the corner. Chairs under Maybe that's a single chair setup. This is a multi-chaired setup, and then this person over here has a couple of chairs as well. Maybe they hold meetings in these houses. All right, now we need to go to storage. Storage. Maybe there's a chest here, maybe like a wardrobe, maybe a bookshelf with some cooking recipes. And then I'm gonna go to fixtures. I'm gonna go to fireplaces, and I'm gonna give at least one of these guys a fireplace. This one seems like the most wealthy of the three because it's the largest house, so I'll give it a fireplace. Nothing fancy, but a fireplace. And then, is there like a cooking thing? Decor? No. Well, potted plants certainly would work for this house. Because maybe we want to give the illusion that some of these can be paired off to their professions, you know. So where's some clutter? Here's some playing cards. We can toss them on this desk. Maybe we put one of these long tables in this area as well, with some administration stuff on there, such as a map, maybe a book of ledgers of some sort. Let's scale that back up to 1. And so, I mean, I'm getting the impression that this is the blacksmith, this is the librarian, and then this is the herbalist. So we're gonna go back to storage really quickly. We're gonna grab one of these shelves. We're gonna toss a couple of these shelves in here. Yes, he would have all of his plans, all of his blueprints and stuff hanging around in there, and then. What about rugs? Rugs. This would definitely go under, would definitely be scaled up, and it would certainly be something like that. This big red carpet here. No, maybe this person would only have a doormat. Something to wipe off his grimy boots after a day of work. And, you know, maybe just to tie it together, we'll give his house another doormat just to kind of give the inclination that he doesn't like people messing up his store. And then I think the only other thing we're going to do here is we're going to put a kind of a gaudy colored, maybe a dark gray. Underneath that, we're going to go to we're going to go to shelving again, and we're going to put another shelving unit. Okay. I think that's every single house at a place where I'm happy with it. Now we're going to go ahead and we are going to do the fun part, which is the nature. Also, we're going to go to terrain brush. We're going to change terrain sand to terrain dirt. We're going to shrink this down, crank the intensity. Why can I not see dirt? I don't understand how this works. Oh, right, you click it. You know, because that makes sense. You know, that makes fair sense. So we have this little spindly area, spindly little path going behind the blacksmith shop, and then the grass has just been torn to shreds behind this guy's house for his little archery range that he's put in back here. And so we can go ahead and we can hide all of the imperfections with that with plants. Yes, you thought we'd do a daily map without getting into plants. You are wrong. We are going to be using ferns, just like always. We are going to reset the scale to 1. 1 and 1. And then we are going to start by layering down all of these plants down along this road here. And then, excitingly, we are also going to accent this this shrubbery with trees. It's going to be a very green town. And I like green towns, they're nice. So, God, how many clicks am I going to get before I get a big... There we go. God, I wonder how many times someone's missed the target and drilled the storage shed. Has to be more than a few. I wonder if the storage shed's not even the blacksmiths. I wonder if it's like the librarians, and she gets super mad every time that an arrow sticks into her storage shed. Bunch of weeds in between these buildings, because that makes sense. Something like that. And again, we're gonna be covering a lot of these imperfections up with tree. So okay. Now we're gonna go to trees. Trees. What trees do we want to use for this? Maybe these big green ones. They look very... Yeah, I kind of want to put a tree here, but it's too gigantic to do that. And there's some more strategic tree placement here. Oh good, I'm not clicking on the map, so it's not putting the trees down. Right, we can make that seem like a really dense forested area up there. And I think we're gonna do the same down over here. Come from different angles, give different different textures. How trees grow on top of each other like that, nobody will ever know. It's one of the great mysteries of this world as to why trees are layered as they are. And you know what? Maybe instead of a tree right here, we'll put just a giant old, like a stump. And then continue our little outline of tree here. Just like that. And then that gives the town a nice little sense of unity. However, I do have to do one thing. I have to find a well. And I know that there's a well somewhere in here. Just don't know where it is, so it's right there. See, I'm a genius. Where would this town put their well? Or where would this group of people put their well? Probably right here, if I had to guess. It would probably be covered. Or maybe it's in someone's backyard. Maybe the well is like here. Yeah, the well behind the blacksmith shop. Maybe there's also a ladder going up to the roof. Nah. I think that this is a nice little town. Look at that. We did it. We have 3 distinct shops. We have this kind of mushroomery. We have this this little library, and we have the blacksmith shop with 3 houses, 1 for each person. I don't know where this would be in my world, but who knows? This is a great little like shopping district or something like that for your D&D campaign. And so I think we're going to end it here. As always, if you think that this map is great and you want to use it in your own personal D&D campaign, there will be a link down in the description to Imgur, where you can download this exact map, both with and without a grid, for any of your daily role-playing needs. The only caveat on this being that you must use it for personal projects, not professional work. Do not monetize or try to sell this to anybody, because it is not yours to sell. Also in the description, there will be a link to the August Daily Map album, which is all of the maps from last month. There are 50 total that are absolutely free for you to use, so you can go check that out in the description down below as well. And with that being said, thank you so much for watching, and have an amazing day.